All right, hello, and welcome back to the Binge Boys podcast. We got some great things to talk to you guys about this week, but before we get into all of that, we must introduce ourselves. And with you today, my name is Enrique.
My name is Eli.
And my name is Tristan.
All right, guys, we finally finished Secret Invasion.
Yeah, finally.
Thank goodness.
Man, has it been a journey?
It's been a ride.
This might be one of the most interesting Marvel shows I've ever seen, because in the corner of the internet I hang out in, I watch another podcast of guys, right? They're mostly music guys, but they also have a film thing, and they love this show.
Really?
Yeah. They say they love it because it's so black, and I'm like, well, to me it feels almost stereotypical to a sense. Like, it's being kind of cringy with the way they're doing it. But I also understand that these people are more immersed in the culture than I'll ever be as a mixed bastard. So they're from Atlanta and shit, so I'm like, I'll give you credit. But as far as a TV show, this shit kind of cheeks, bro. So yeah, that's my thoughts. We're going to talk about the general overall thoughts of Secret Invasion before we get into our specific review of it. Eli, how did you feel about Secret Invasion as a whole in this episode?
As a whole or this episode?
I said both, motherfucker.
Okay, as a whole. Sorry, never mind. As a whole, this show is probably the most disappointing Marvel show I've watched. This episode, I felt like had some entertaining aspects to it, but again, very disappointing and kind of blew their load on the wrong things.
Tristan, let me hear your full thoughts on Secret Invasion and why you thought this episode was how it was.
Secret Invasion as a whole, I like Eli's comment about it being very disappointing. I feel as if they just tried to do way too much. It feels like they're just trying too hard to do one specific thing, but it's not something that I think a lot of people actually want that much. This episode, I enjoyed a couple parts of it, and then they kind of ruined those parts at the very end, and I was like, all right, bro, I don't know, what you're thinking with this, but it's not something I want to keep seeing happen right here.
They think it's season 2.
Of course they're thinking season 2, bro, and I don't want it. The Super Skrull stuff, I think, could be really cool. I don't know if you felt the same way about this, Eli, because you mentioned blowing their loads on the wrong things. I feel like that's one of those things, and they went so over the top with like the harvest stuff and then the scrolls that I was not excited by it, because now it's like, well, we have this Skrull girl who is Captain Marvel. And
don't disrespect her by calling her just a Skrull girl.
And Drax.
She's fucking Amelia Clark.
Yeah, it is. Okay. But, your fantasies aside, they overdid it. What's the point of the Avengers now? We got one person who can do all that, basically.
Let me get into that.
It's like, what are we going to do from here? Like, what's the point of there being any more bad guys at this point? We can just send Gaia everywhere we want, and everything going to be okay. It's too much.
Damn, motherfucker. I asked general thoughts.
I was going to say, what the fuck? This is the whole discussion, bro. Like, I have points on this, like, I can't bring up yet because this is still your review.
God, I haven't even got to my yet. Fuck, dude.
That's why I haven't commented, because Reek hasn't commented yet.
My bad.
This
I
might
got
be
angry.
the worst episode of the season for me. This shit blew. The first 5 minutes, not including the intro, were really, really cool. I think Secret Invasion as a whole, I thought it was going to be stupid from the get-go because I think the Skrulls are dumb. And I wasn't wrong, because I think they didn't do the Skrulls correctly. And there's something that happened at the very, very end that caused a very, very big issue for the MCU in general.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Man. I like Gravik, dude.
I came around.
I'm sick of the Tristan disrespect. You cannot tell me that speech he had at the beginning of this episode wasn't hard as fuck.
That was pretty sweet.
It was pretty good.
That's
Still
what I'm
don't like
saying.
him.
Dude's a beast. Yeah, I know, you're racist. I get it.
Bro,
But
what?
Dude's a beast, I was
You
really
gotta stop
impressed
throwing
with
that out, or you're going to catch something on the streets, bro.
I really was impressed by his entire speech about to fake Nick Fury and why he thought he was a bitch and everything like that. And his whole issue, and he's like, I'm going to take everything from you because you fucked us over, da-da-da-da. I was like, all right, I can get behind this villain motivation. And then the big CGI fight happened.
Yeah.
People thought they were going to have one. And I was like, no, they're obviously setting up for one.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I called it when they revealed that she wasn't dead and she was a Super Skrull. I'm like, oh, they're going to fight. Like, what's Nick Fury going to do? Take him out? Dolo? No. Like, Nick Fury can't do shit. Like, if anything taught me about this whole show is that Nick Fury ain't shit.
Wow. I mean, I don't know about ain't shit. He just washed.
What the fuck did that ain't shit? Like,
He
what
shot
did
a couple darts in the hospital.
I'm gonna be honest, I thought that was Maria Hill, low key.
I wish, dude.
Cause he's on the phone at the end, so I don't know if he was calling up like a homie. He was calling in Maria Hill. He's like, look, it's time to stop faking your death. You're back in. So I was like, they really killed Maria Hill. He's supposed to be the next Nick Fury just cause. But I think they're gonna set up the older chick as the new Nick Fury after him.
Oh boy.
Which is rough.
Whatever.
And I saw multiple things saying like, "Oh my God, we love her character. She's gonna be the best." I'm like, how? How do you like love her character after that? She didn't do anything.
People really like that line that I really hated last episode with the podcast thing.
Oh,
I was super shocked by that. I was like, wow, that's crazy. It's this episode itself got like the worst rating ever, and I see why, because it's such a tonal shift for this entire show.
yeah.
They really did like a low-key grounded spy thing, and they turned it into a regular ass Marvel thing at the end. It's actually super impressive that they can do that kind of shit.
Hey, I don't
It's
put
like
it past
imagine
them.
you watched Andor, all of Andor, right? In the last episode, Luke showed up and just started fighting people.
Dude, that would have been crazy cool. Not.
Shut the fuck up. Oh man, but it's just when did you guys put together that wasn't Nick?
Later than I probably should have.
Yeah, like in the tank.
Oh, see, it wasn't that late for me. It was, I don't know, probably about halfway through their conversation.
My thing with that is that I just kind of shut my brain off when I watch this show, and so I just let it happen and go with it. I don't be trying to think too hard about what's about to happen. So
once he started coughing a lot, I'm like, he hasn't done this all season. What the fuck's going on? Who is this? What is this? And I kind of put it together. I was like, he can't beat Gravik one-on-one. What's going on? And then the machine popped, and then I was like, oh, I know exactly what's happening right now. I was like, oh my god, they're really going to give Gaia all these powers and not realize the issue they're about to create by doing this.
See, and that's the thing, and what I wish Tristan didn't put in his fucking 10-sentence review was, I don't know where they move on from here. Like, I don't know how can they make her anything but overpowered at this point? Like, you have to either ignore that character ever existed or make her a villain.
That's what I was thinking. Like, turn her heel. And I'm like, you heard the people complain that Captain Marvel was too strong. They're like, oh yeah, motherfucker, watch this. Captain Marvel plus the Hulk plus. They have people in there that they said the Avengers, right? I was like, okay, that's gonna be the main squad. They have motherfuckers powers in there that I was like, wow, they actually gave you that, and that too.
Bro, like Mantis?
Yeah, I was like, holy shit, they got Guardians shit. You got everything in there. I
mean, everybody was there, yeah. Like, it made sense
but they
to me,
said they collected DNA. I didn't know where they collected it from. Like, I didn't know if they collected it over time. But saying now that we know they've got everybody that was in Endgame, she technically should have Thanos DNA.
Yeah.
Do you understand how fucked that is? If
Yes.
Captain Marvel and Thanos did the fusion dance, no one can beat her now. They're going to have to introduce Galactus. Like, people are like, oh, Kang. She will whoop the fuck out of Kang.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's pretty true.
Period. So either take her off planet, turn her heel, or some. Because Kang ain't got shit on her. And it's not going to be close. Now, I'm in a weird conundrum. Because I like Emilia Clarke a lot. Whether that be because, you know, I'm a simp motherfucker. Or that be because she's a good actress. I can't tell just yet. We'll figure it out. But I like her. So it's going to be interesting to see more of her. However, turning her into this giant cannonball of destruction is not the way you should be writing characters.
I
And
agree.
she pwned the fuck out of Gravik, who also had the same powers as her.
In 5 fucking minutes, bro.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to figure out. Like, how do you just suddenly know how to use all these powers against each other? And it was rough.
Bro,
Because she's Talos' son or daughter.
didn't you see her grow the arm, bro?
Which
The
one?
Hulk arm.
The Hulk arm?
Yeah.
The Groot arm, the Drax arm. She did all of them.
I don't know why the fuck you'd even use Drax. Like, if I had Hulk, I wouldn't even bother with fucking Drax. They're just doing it to be cool.
Pretty true.
I mean, they buffed the fuck out of Super Skrulls anyway. Super Skrulls in the comics, from what I understand, only have the Fantastic Four's powers, so they're super buffed. Like this is just OP and busted.
They can't use the Fantastic Four powers because they haven't introduced the Fantastic Four into this universe. So,
but people thought they were gonna just find a way to do the four powers without having the Fantastic Four, because they kind of did. Groot's stretchy, so she got the stretchy powers.
The Rock.
She had the fire from Extremis, from Iron Man 3, and she had rock stuff from someone. I forgot who that was. Maybe Korg or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
but yeah, they had most of the powers. It just wasn't the invisibility, because no one has invisibility, because it's a fucking terrible power. Just gonna put that out there.
I actually kind of agree with that. It's not.
At least
good.
in Marvel, it's stupid. Like, if it was somewhere else, maybe you could argue it's fine. But for Marvel, if you got dudes like Daredevil who can't even fucking see, and they'll find you and snuff you.
That is true.
So good luck with that shit. Nick Fury in the hospital trying to take down Colonel Rhodes.
Bro, you didn't like that, bro?
I'm good.
I thought it was cool, when they revealed, that here's where real Nick Fury is. I was like, all right.
No, I
cool,
knew who
dude.
it was once I put together that wasn't Nick at the fucking thing.
Yeah, I mean, I did too, but I was like, all right, cool. And then nothing.
Yeah, so that's fine.
Yeah.
Do you guys see the issue they created by showing that Rhodey has been gone since Civil War?
Yeah.
Did they say?
No, but you can assume it because he can't walk.
Because how long? Well, because everything after that, it's been a Skrull.
Well, yeah, I was assuming that he couldn't walk because he's been there for a while.
I was going to go with you until I saw other people walking.
Yeah, exactly.
But other people hadn't been there as long.
You don't know
that. But that would mean some of those people have been there for years. That we know. It's just that, you know what I'm saying?
Sorta.
I feel like there's a reason that they made it
current MCU timeline.
They made it so obvious that he had a imparity.
Yeah, because he had two people carrying him out, and other people were walking out of there fine. That we know have been there for a while too. So I was like, oh, he's been there since Civil War, and that's a whole can of worms that they should not have opened. And it's exactly what we talked about in the beginning when we found out he was a Skrull. It's like, okay, explain that now. Go explain why this Rhodey Skrull Rhodey was connected to Tony and all that shit.
Right.
Explain it. However, that's what I'm saying. They just did it for the shock value. They didn't do it to think things through. Why do we not have a scene if he has been in there since Civil War, like I think he has been, right? Why is there not a scene where someone tells him Tony's dead? That would have been really fucking good.
Yeah.
Imagine waking up out of a coma and they find out your best friend died to save the world. Crazy, right? That would have been excellent. You would see Rhodey being like, what happened to me? Who are these people? Oh, it's the Skrulls you were taken. And then you set up for Armor Wars, which is supposed to be a fucking movie, which is going to be a TV show, which is like a whole nother issue, because I don't think Rhodey can lead a movie by himself.
No.
Unless they bring Pepper back into it, or his daughter, or Ironheart. And then if you do that, I'm really not going to want to watch that movie.
Oh, yeah, you want to see Ironheart? Fuck that.
Hey, man, don't do that. You're going to get us in trouble.
I don't give a fuck. She's a terrible character.
Damn. We only saw her for a movie. You don't know if she's terrible yet.
She was terrible in the movie.
I don't know.
I'll give you that much.
I don't know about the character being terrible. It's
Dude, you gotta stop saying you hate colored actors. Do you not see how the allegation just appeared?
No, I don't, because you just be saying them every time. It doesn't matter who I say I don't like.
I'm saying it before they say it so you can defend yourself.
Bro, I don't need to defend saying that I don't think someone is good at acting in the role that they're in.
I'm just saying when they coincide with every time you say that.
It's not even every time I say it, bro. You just only mention it when it's a colored person.
Big bro.
You out here trying to get me shot in the streets, and instead it's going to be you with one between your eyes.
We do be haters of various different actors and actresses.
Yeah, I mean, I keep my hate equal.
Yeah, me too.
So that was it. That was that big CGI battle. Here's the thing that made me really, really mad about this, Eli. I don't know if you do. We are 2000s kids, okay? With 2000s kids, before Iron Man, before the Avengers, who was there, Eli? Superheroes.
Superman?
No, the other group.
Of Marvel?
Yeah.
Before Iron Man and all them.
Yeah.
There was Spooder Man. And
Yeah, but that was
Fantastic
a
Four.
Marvel.
I said a group.
Oh, it was just Fantastic Four.
Yeah, I know. I didn't watch Fantastic Four.
The group, Eli. The group in the cartoons.
Man, I don't fucking know. You tell me.
Man, you know this shit, motherfucker.
Probably.
It's X-Men. It's X-Men.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But that's okay. I was thinking this universe. My bad, bro. Yes, X-Men.
I said before them. That's why I said before
No,
Iron Man
I
and them.
know.
Who was
I
there?
know. That's my bad. I was thinking like superhero, not fucking mutant.
All right, well, same shit, honestly. But they stole X-Men storylines, bro.
Did they?
At the end of this.
Like
yeah,
with
this is the mutant extermination plan.
Yeah, that's true. It's fucking Days of Future Past. Fucking. Oh, we gotta hunt down the Skrulls and make sure they're all dead now.
That's what I'm saying. They're stealing stuff from X-Men and using it for Marvel regular shit. I'm like,
that's a
don't
good
do that.
point.
When the X-Men get here, you're not gonna have any storylines left.
I mean, they already kind of washed their storylines after they made dude. What was it? Rise of the Phoenix or whatever.
Yeah, Dark Phoenix.
Dark Phoenix, and then there's another one, Apocalypse. That one was bad too.
Yeah, but those were the other ones. Okay, once they get to MCU, we reset at 0. It's okay. But
Sure, dude. But
having the Skrulls like getting hunted down should have been the mutants doing this.
yeah,
because-
I agree.
Because it's much more impactful. Because this one is just like, xenophobic and stuff like that. But I was like, damn, that kind of... Because the Skrulls, like, they kind of are assholes too because they're taking people's bodies and kind of hiding them and shit. It's different than the mutants who, like, as we know in X-Men, these guys don't choose to be mutants. They're born with this gene. So you have people who didn't even know they were mutants who start getting hunted versus Skrulls who know they're Skrulls,
Yep.
But I did think it was an interesting situation to see Marvel go for such an extreme topic like xenophobia and having extremists by having people kill people just because they think they are Skrulls. Did you guys like that at all?
I thought that was interesting. I felt like it was kind of anticlimactic to have an ending where the Skrulls finally get the W, the good Skrulls, and then they're like, no, we need these fuckers off our planet. We're going to start killing them. Show's over.
Do
Yeah.
you think this will tie directly into the Marvels?
Unfortunately.
Yeah, 100%.
Do you think like that's what Carol's doing right now? Like Nick Fury hits her up like, yo, they're going crazy. They're trying to kill Skrulls. We need to find them a planet now.
Do you genuinely want to know what I think?
Yeah,
I guess
do.
we'll never know.
Damn.
Because I ain't watching that shit.
Yeah, you will.
No,
So you
I ain't
think.
watching the Marvels until one of you guys puts it on there, and then I murder your family.
Whoa.
We're gonna pull up to your crib and drag you to the theater. Anything in thoughts before we start getting these ratings out?
Not really. When I say disappointment, I mean like from the first episode, because like Secret Invasion, that's a cool title name. I feel like, and I like Nick Fury. Well, that's not true. I like Samuel L. Jackson. So I was semi excited, but what I mean by disappointment is this whole show was just on a kind of downward spiral.
Nick Fury
Yeah.
was a lot cooler when he was really just a show up every once in a while kind of character, say something funny, and leave. But when they keep trying to involve him like this, it's just he loses all the cool things about him, basically.
Yeah, man. Stop stealing X-Men plot lines because X-Men are gonna show up here and there's gonna be some regular dudes instead of mutants. It's gonna irritate the fuck out of me. This gets. I'm gonna reason with you. I'm gonna explain why. Okay.
Uh-oh.
jeez.
The production quality is always gonna be there because it's fucking Marvel and they have infinite money, right?
Right.
However, it's not average because it wasn't average enjoyability. I don't think the writing was even average. The show was not very good. 4 is a little strong still because like I don't know if this was just below average. I think it's worse than that. So that means I have to go with about a 3.5 for this. I'm gonna stick with a 3.5 though.
Wow. I mean, that was my exact thought process of giving it a 3.5 as well. So
Tristan?
3.
Yeah, this was not enjoyable for me. I didn't care for it. I don't even think it's that bad compared to the other Marvel shows, to be honest. I think there's only been 2 good ones I liked.
plot line wise, I think it was better in Captain Falcon and the Winter Soldier.
That's fucked up.
I mean, yeah, that's.
But like that's not saying much.
It's not. That's a very low bar. It still, for me, sits at WandaVision, Hawkeye, and Moon Knight was kind of, enjoyable.
Oh, I forgot about Moon Knight 3.
I'd agree. Those three are definitely my top three.
Moon Knight was a little fantastical, but it was cool. And then Loki wasn't terrible, in my opinion. I know you guys don't like Loki as much. I thought it was okay.
The only good part about Loki was Loki trying to fuck Loki.
You would say that.
Loki. The ship was good. It was a good ship. Yeah, man. Thanks for hanging out with Invasion of the Secret. Thanks for hanging out with us today. We really enjoyed ourselves a lot. We have to plug social media. I don't know what this shit's called no more. It could be Dos Equis, Twitter, fucking Upside Down Cross. You guys know what that shit's called anymore?
That's XX Tentacle Monster.
Got you. You can find us on whatever the fuck that is until that shit goes away. So you probably want to go to Threads at this point, but we don't even really like Threads, but it's better than Twitter at this point. You can find us on Xer at BINGEBOIS. That's Binge Boys. You can find us on motherfucking every other social media: Instagram, Threads, TikTok at BINGEBOIS. That is DA instead of the, because we are dumb asses. Change the Y to an I in motherfucking boys, and you can check us out on all those platforms. Thanks for hanging out with us. We really enjoyed ourselves. We're going to remind you guys that with you today, my name was Enrique.
My name was Eli.
And my name's Tristan.
And I want you to remember, in my battle royale, Tristan need to watch his fucking back. Watch his fucking back. Watch his